welcome. So basically what this video is, just kind of a random day in the life. It's a rest day, so I'm kind of showing you guys what I do on my rest day. I did my fasted cardio this morning, a little bit of mobility. I'm having my first meal here now. But basically what I'm trying to do is just get a little more structure in my kind of YouTube uploads. And so what I'm going to start doing is doing a training video on Tuesdays, and then on Fridays I'll post something like this, which will be kind of a random lifestyle video. It could be, you know, a full day of eating. It could be a random unboxing. Yeah, just something like this. So I'm just kind of going to show you guys like my morning routine, sort of day in the life of my, I guess, off-season rest day. So yeah, so that's the plan for this. I don't know where the video is going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do. Hopefully you guys kind of enjoy this new structure. Or if you have any ideas or anything you'd like to see in these Friday videos, because the Tuesday ones are going to be pretty consistent. It's just going to be me training. So yeah, so I'm going to try to keep these fairly short. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas or anything you'd like to see, let me know in the comments or shoot me a message, and see what I can do. So I'm just eating my oatmeal here now, coffee, drinking my water, and we'll get the day started. Alrighty, so for the rest of this video, I've kind of decided to put it in your guys' hands. So I put up a story on my Instagram and put up a question box. So basically what I'm going to do is a little Q&A. So I've gotten a few questions so far, so I'll go through these now, and then later on tonight I'll probably go through a few more. So starting off here, got a question: how many days in a row do you train? So right now I usually train 5 days a week. I'll take 2 rest days throughout the week, so I'll train for 3 days, take a rest day, then I'll train for 2 days and take a rest day. So that's pretty much how I've been doing it recently. And it's really going to depend on your split as well. I'm doing like a modified bro split. So obviously if you were doing, say, push-pull legs, you'd probably do your push-pull leg workout, then rest, and then repeat. So yeah, it's really going to depend on you know, your training split and how well you're recovering, because you might need more rest days or you might need less. So next question here, how much volume do you do? So I don't know the exact number of sets that I'm doing per week per muscle group, but I would say it's between 9 and 12 sets a week per muscle group. In terms of each workout and exercise, I usually work up to top 2 sets. So I'll work up to, you know, a good weight that I'm able to work with within my desired rep range, and yeah, and usually do 2 top sets with that. Sometimes I'll do, if I do a really heavy set, or I'm going for like kind of like a new weight that I haven't touched for that many reps, then I'll take a back off for my my second set. Alrighty, so we have another question on volume here. So this question is: do you see any benefit to less volume, more intensity, or do you like higher volume? So for me personally, I've recently, with my training, I've definitely emphasized intensity over volume. I find that when I was first started lifting, I was always like, more is better. You know, the more sets I'm able to do, you know, the more I'm going to grow. But that's not actually the case, because for 2 reasons. You don't want to be doing too much volume where you're not going to recover. So by the time you get to your next workout, that muscle group's not recovered. And the other thing is, if you're doing too much volume within that workout, you're not going to benefit from the exercises later in the workout. So if I'm doing, you know, 4 sets of everything in the beginning of my workout, by the time I get to those latter exercises, my muscles are just so fatigued I'm not going to benefit from those exercises. So yeah, I would definitely place intensity on a higher pedestal than volume. So the goal weight at the end of this bulk. So I'd like to say my goal weight's like 250, 260. But then again, I don't want to, you know, set a limit or an unreasonable goal. But I'm just trying to get as big as possible. And I'm just doing what my coach tells me to do day in, day out. Eating my meals, training, just being consistent, and whatever I get to. I just want to make sure that I'm putting on quality muscle. Final answer, 250, 260 is where I'd like to get. But I'm just taking it day by day and ticking the boxes. So, yeah. All right, what do I do outside of lifting and the gym? So lifting in the gym is definitely the majority of my life and what I do, but I enjoy it, so it's not a bad thing. But outside of that, so before I did bodybuilding, I played a lot of sports, specifically hockey. That was my main sport. I have a degree in kinesiology, so I graduated last spring, and I'm currently working as a personal trainer, and I do online coaching as well. So that's actually what I'm doing here. I'm just doing up some new programs for my clients, and yeah, so that's what I do outside of the gym. All gym related, but yeah, that's, it is what I enjoy. My life revolves around that. And I'd like to say I'm good at it, so. Let's see. Daddy, how can you be so massive? Thank you. What's my job? I just mentioned that, so I'm a personal trainer / online coach. In the future, I'm looking to really push more towards online coaching, which is going to allow me to put more focus on bodybuilding and social media and everything like that. So that is the plan. How did you begin the way of bodybuilding? So I started bodybuilding. I did my first bodybuilding show in 2019, in the spring of 2019. So that kind of started. So I talked about this on one of my podcasts, actually. So the fall before I did my first bodybuilding show, I played hockey up until that point, and throughout the last couple of years of, I guess you could say, my hockey career, I'd gotten a lot of concussions and was starting to get a lot of side effects from those concussions, and I was starting to get them more and more frequently just because, I guess where my brain was damaged, I was just much more susceptible to receive concussions. So eventually it got to the point where I just couldn't play anymore. It wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth the risk for me. So I stopped playing hockey, and obviously being very competitive, like having a very competitive nature, I missed the competition, and I'd always been in the gym, and I was your average kind of gym rat, going to the gym every day, lifting, and I love to do that. So after I quit hockey, I was more focused on the gym, but I was still missing that competitive edge. And my coach now, Morgan, he actually came up to me at the gym one day and told me that I should try competing, and I did, and the rest is history. So yeah. Where do you get your motivation for bodybuilding? Where do I get my motivation for bodybuilding? That's a good question. I think it's more so I love the actual sport of bodybuilding. I love what it entails. I love the training, pushing myself more and more in the gym every day, and I enjoy the dedication of the nutrition side, and I've always been kind of, I guess, a sucker for structure. I love to have everything kind of lined out. So having a meal plan for me, having a set training regiment is really important for me. And I find once I have that, I find it very easy to follow. And obviously then the motivation comes from when I put in the work, I see the results. So it's one of those things that if you do exactly what you need to do, and it requires a lot of dedication and hard work, but if you do that, you're going to see the results regardless. There's no other way around it. It's an individual sport. You're not relying on anyone else. So yeah, I enjoy that part of it. I enjoy seeing the results, and obviously improving, every day and constantly bettering myself through that. I miss you from Kyle. Love you, Kyle. You suck toes. All right, we're gonna leave it off on that, and I'll check back in tonight. Alrighty, so it is the next day, and I'm gonna do one more question to kind of finish off this video. It's a question I really like, and that is, do you need to be obsessed with bodybuilding in order to be successful at it? And I really like this question because I'm currently reading this book called Be Obsessed or Be Average by Grant Cardone. So it's kind of like a thought or like a thing that's kind of actively kind of processing in my mind. So basically, bottom line, I do think you need to be obsessed to be successful at bodybuilding. So I think there's many people that are passionate about bodybuilding, but they're not obsessed. I think that where the obsession comes in is performing the little tasks meticulously day in and day out and taking them seriously, because that is what's going to separate you or separate the good bodybuilders from the great bodybuilders and determine your success at the end of the day. Because what bodybuilding is consistently doing the same things day in and day out, and these little things that you're ticking off every single day and taking seriously add up over time. And I think, when you're passionate about something, people can be really happy for you. They're like, yeah, like, go chase your passion. But when you're obsessed with it, it's like they look at you as if you're crazy, right? Almost like you're doing something wrong, like you're doing too much. And I don't think everyone can understand that unless they've found the thing that they're obsessed with, if that makes sense. Because they don't understand. Because, so backtrack a little bit. I feel like a lot of people can fear obsession because of how it can affect the rest of their life. Obviously, if you're obsessed with something, your life is revolving around something, it can take away from a lot of other aspects of your life. It can take away from work, family, friends, the things that normal people would consider very important, and their life revolves around. So when they see someone that's enthralled in whatever their passion is, and they're obsessed about it, the little tiny details they're meticulous with, they just can't really comprehend that. And that's why not everyone is a professional athlete, and not everyone is top CEO or anything like that, right? Because in order to get to those levels, you have to be obsessed. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Yeah, so that's gonna do it for this video. Kind of just a shot in the dark here at what to do for these Friday videos, but it was something different. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy answering your questions, so if it's something that you guys like, let me know in the comments. If you have any other ideas for these Friday videos, let me know. I'm open to anything. And what else? So Tuesdays are training day videos. So I recorded a quad day with myself and Jared. Took Tyler through a intense workout. People threw up. We weren't able to walk afterwards, and so it's going to be a good video. So you guys are going to want to tune in for that one on Tuesday. And other than that, that's it. So let me know in the comments what you guys want to see. You can message me on Instagram. If you think I should do another one of these little Q&As on Friday, we can. Next week I'll probably do a little physique update in it as well. And yeah, so don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you on Tuesday. Peace.